Good morning, girls. Today we are going to see Simpson's one-third rule. Okay. In the last lecture, we saw trapezoidal rule. We derived trapezoidal rule using general quadrature formula. Can anyone tell me what is general quadrature formula quickly? Yes. Can anyone tell me what is general quadrature formula? Yes, I'm waiting for the answer. Integration is equal to
h into n y naught plus n square upon 2 into delta y naught plus n cube upon 3 minus n square upon 2 delta square upon 2
delta
factorial
square, na?
delta square. Yes, ma'am. Plus n4 upon 4 minus n3 plus n2 into delta 3 y naught upon 3 factorial up to n plus 1 terms.
Okay, so this is your general quadrature formula. In this, we substituted n is equal to 1 to get trapezoidal rule, right? So when we put n is equal
Yes,
to
ma'am.
1, that means we are considering one interval at a time, and therefore we are considering 2 points at a time. X0, x1, y0, y1. Therefore, when we have only two values of y, we can calculate only one delta. Okay, that is delta y naught. When we go to the next interval x1, x2, you can calculate only delta y1. When you go to the next x2, x3, you can calculate delta y2 and so on. So at a time, we are considering one interval. Now, we are going to consider two intervals at a time. We are going to substitute n is equal to 2 in this general quadrature formula to get Simpson's one-third rule. Okay, why the name is one-third, that you will understand. Okay, so now I am substituting n is equal to 2 to get, so write down all of you, substitute n is equal to 2. Consider general quadrature formula. Consider general quadrature formula. So you can put this equation number 1 if you want. This is your equation number 1. Now substitute n is equal to 1 to get Simpson's one-third rule. So before the algebraic simplifications, I will tell you the meaning of this. When I say n is equal to 2, that time I am considering two intervals at a time. N is the number of intervals, sub-intervals, okay? So see what we are doing. We are having this big interval called as AB, where A is x0 and B is xn, and in between you have these points. Okay, so x1, x2. So what you are doing, you are considering two intervals at a time. That means how many points you are considering? The first
3
interval is
points.
3 points. The first interval is
3
x0,
points.
x1, and the second interval is x1, x2. So you are considering 3 points, x points. Accordingly, you are considering 3 y points, right? So the forward differences you can calculate up to which order now?
Second order.
Second order, exactly. Delta y naught, delta y1 you can calculate here, and you can calculate delta square y naught. Is that clear to you? The idea is clear to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Therefore, when I put n is equal to 2 in general quadrature formula, I should go up to which term? in this general quadrature formula? I should consider
third.
Yes, exactly. I should consider up to this. Is that clear? In the previous one, if you remember, trapezoidal rule, we considered only these two terms. N y naught plus n square by 2 delta y naught. So n you substitute equal to 1. So that becomes y naught plus half delta y naught. And then for the next interval, you consider it in terms of y1. Okay, and so on. So similarly here we are going to consider the formula up to 3 terms. Okay, this idea is clear to everyone. So मेरा पहला इंटीग्रेशन कहाँ से कहाँ तक जाएगा? x naught to x naught plus 2h. Do you understand this? Do you understand this? What is x naught plus 2h?
What is x naught plus 2h?
x2.
x2. Yes, x naught plus 2h. So ये फॉर्मूला होगा. फिर नेक्स्ट इंटरवल हमारा कौन सा होगा? नेक्स्ट इंटरवल होगा x2 to x4. ये समझ में आ रहा है? Are you getting it?
Yes, ma'am.
And adding all these integrations, we will get integration x naught to xn. Okay, very similar to trapezoidal rule. But at a time, you have to consider n is equal to 2. So now, write down. ये लाइन लिखिए आपने. Substitute n is equal to 2 to get Simpson's 1/3 rule in equation 1. In equation 1 above. Okay. And therefore, what you have, therefore on the LHS you have x naught integration x naught to x naught plus 2h y dx is equal to h in the bracket 2 times y naught plus 2 square by 2, that is 2 times delta y naught, plus we are going to consider one more term. So that is 2 cube. 2 cube is 8. 8 by 3 minus 2 square is 4 by 2 is 2. Into delta square y naught divided by 2 factorial. This much we want now. Okay, so let us simplify this. So this is 2 y naught. What is delta y naught? What is delta y naught? Girls, come on. Okay. Plus 8 by 3 minus 2. If you simplify this, this becomes 2 by 3 and this 2. So 2 gets cancelled. So 1 by 3 directly I am getting here. 1 by 3. Now what is delta square y naught? Can you tell me? It is delta y1 minus delta y naught. So it is delta in the bracket y1 minus y naught. Or should I write delta y1 is y2 minus y1, right? Delta y1 and minus y1 minus y naught. So it is y2 minus 2y1 plus y naught, correct? So substitute that here, y2 minus 2y1 plus y naught. Please tell me when you finish writing. Now it remains
Divide by 2 factorial.
डिवाइड बाय 2 फैक्टोरियल कैंसिल हो गया ना रे, इसके साथ कैंसिल हुआ ना. ये 8 by 3 minus 2 कितना हुआ?
मैम वो 1 है क्या? वो 1 नहीं दिख रहा.
हाँ,
2 ही दिख रहा था.
it is 1 by 3. 1 by 3. It is 1 by 3 into y2 minus 2y1 plus y naught. Okay. Can I go to the next page?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So integration x naught to x naught plus 2h y dx इज इक्वल टू h इन द ब्रैकेट. अभी क्या क्या रह जाता है? 2y0 प्लस 2y1 माइनस 2y0, 2y0 plus 2y1 minus 2y0, then what is there? 1 by 3 y2, okay, plus 1 by 3 y2 minus 2 by 3 y1 plus 1 by 3 y0. Please tell me if I'm doing anything wrong. So this 2y0 gets cancelled and you have h in the bracket. 1 by 3. Can you take 1 by 3 common? Should we take 1 by 3 common? So that
Yes,
becomes
ma'am.
h by 3. H by 3. Yeah, but inside you have this 2y1 minus 2 by 3 y1. ये कितना होता है? I will
4
first
by 3.
I will first write this 1 by 3 inside. 1 by 3 y0 and let us write it in the order y0, y1, y2. What is 2y1 minus 2 by 3 y1? 4 by 3 y1, right? And plus 1 by 3 y2. So this, now I will take 1 by 3 common. So I am getting y0 plus 4 by 3 y1 plus y2. So put this I1, equation number I1. Is that okay?
Ma'am, we take 1 by 3 common now. Outside the bracket. Then, ma'am, you write here 4 by 3.
Sorry. So it is 4y1. Everyone is getting this? Now what is the next interval? See, हमने अब तक यहाँ पे ये देखा था. Now the next interval, यहाँ पे हमने यहाँ तक हमने काम किया. Now we will do for this interval x2. Now we will consider only these. Every time we are considering only three points. Do you understand the meaning of this? Are you getting the meaning of this?
Yes, ma'am.
Huh. So now we will be expressing everything in terms of what? अभी हमारा इंटरवल कौन सा है? x0 plus 2h to x0 plus 4h, isn't it? Are you getting it? So again you have delta square तक के terms, right? Girls, are you following it?
Yes, ma'am.
So
Yes,
you can
ma'am.
evaluate again forward differences up to second order and everything will be in terms of which ordinate? It will be in terms of y2, okay? The very first value. जैसे पहले इंटरवल में y0 के टर्म्स में लिखा था, now it will be, everything will be in terms of y2, okay? Can we go to the next page? So
Yes, ma'am.
integration x0 plus 2h to x0 plus 4h y dx is equal to, again I am using the same formula, general quadrature formula, but now in place of y0 what should I substitute? Should I substitute y0? It will be the lower
Y2.
limit, right? It should be y2. It should be y2. Plus again 4 by 2 is 2 delta y2. So we are considering three coordinates, y coordinates, namely y2, y3 and y4. Okay. Plus again it will be 8 by 3 minus the constants will remain same. Only in place of y0 we will have y2. Okay, so h into bracket 2y2 plus again 2 delta y2. What is delta y2? y3 minus y2. y3 minus y2 plus 8 by 3 minus 2 is 2 by 3. Again that 2 factorial gets cancelled. What is delta square y2? What is delta square y2? Can you tell me?
Delta y2 minus delta y1.
Delta square
Delta y3 minus delta y2.
y3 minus
y3
y2.
minus
But what is delta y3? Delta y3 is
y3 y4 minus y3.
is 4.
and y3 minus y2. So it will be y4
Delta y3 is y4 minus 2y3 plus y2.
Yes, so that we will substitute now. So y4 minus 2y3 plus y2. इसे याद कैसे रख सकते हो आप? आपको किसका डेल्टा स्क्वायर ढूंढना है? y2 का. तो y2 का कोएफिशिएंट्स डेल्टा स्क्वायर है ना, these are binomial coefficients 1 minus 2 and 1. So you can start from y2, put plus sign, then minus sign, alternate plus minus. So minus 2y3 and plus y4. Now again if you simplify this, you will get similar kind of things. Plus 1 by 3 y4 minus 2 by 3 y3 plus 1 by 3 y2. So again this 2y2 gets cancelled. You have inside 2y3 minus 2 by 3 y3. So let us write in order. 1 by 3 y2 मिला मुझे, plus 4 by 3 y3 मिलेगा मुझे, and plus 1 by 3 y4. So again I am taking 3 outside, 1 by 3 outside. So it becomes h by 3 y2 plus 4 y3 plus y4. This is my I2 equation. This is integration x0 plus 2h to x0 plus 4h y dx. Can we go to the next page? Have you finished writing? Have you finished writing?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Now tell me from these two integrations. अभी मैं लिख रही हूँ. पहला है x0 to x0 plus 2h y dx is equal to h by 3 into bracket y0 plus 4 y1 plus y2. Okay. This is your first integration. Second one is x0 plus 2h to x0 plus 4h. फर्स्ट वाले का जो अपर लिमिट है वो आपका सेकेंड वाले का लोअर लिमिट है. ओके, प्लीज रिमेंबर दिस. सो इट इज अ कंटिन्यूअस कर्व. नाउ दिस इज y2 plus 4y3 plus y4. कैन यू टेल मी द नेक्स्ट वन फ्रॉम दिस? नेक्स्ट वन क्या आना चाहिए? लोअर लिमिट क्या होगा?
लिमिट क्या होगा?
y4.
y4h.
x0 plus 4h to x plus
x0 plus
6h y dx.
6h y dx.
Yes, now everything will
Yes,
be.
now everything will be.
देखो यहाँ पे y2
देखो यहाँ पे y2
है. ओके, y4
okay?
plus
y4 plus
y5 plus y6
y5 plus y6
and so on.
and so on.
What?
With what?
This is x0 plus nh. The last value is x0 plus nh because xn
Because
not plus nh.
Ma'am will be plus n minus 2nh.
Yes, correct. Very good.
Yes, correct. Very
Plus n minus 2 nh, and it will be in terms of this y n minus 2 plus 4 times yn minus 1 plus yn. This is my in. Okay, so now we will add all of them. Okay, LHS to LHS and RHS to RHS. Finished writing?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so adding all these integrations. We get integration x naught to x naught plus 2h y dx plus integration x naught plus 2h to x naught plus 4h y dx plus integration x naught plus 4h to x naught plus 6h y dx plus so on up to integration x naught plus n minus 2 times h to x naught plus nh y dx is equal to h by 3 into bracket y naught plus 4y1 plus y2 plus h by 3 into bracket y2 plus 4 y3 plus y4 plus h by 3 into bracket y4 plus 4 y5 plus y6 plus up to the last one is h by 3 into bracket yn minus 2 plus 4 times yn minus 1 plus yn. So h by 3 we can take common inside. Can you tell me what happens? How many times y naught is appearing?
Once.
Y naught
Y1
is
is also
appearing only
appearing
Why not
once.
subject to only one?
and yn also is appearing,
N also is appearing,
right?
right?
Yes.
So extreme values,
So extreme value,
their coefficients are 1.
their coefficients are 1.
1 y naught, 1 y.
1 y naught, 1 y.
Now, what happens
Now, what happens
to y1?
5?
4 times y3,
4 times y,
y5,
4
and
times
4
y5,
times n minus 1.
4
So,
times minus.
how will you write this?
I will write this
4 common.
4 common. So,
4
the
common.
coefficient for odd
So the
ordinates.
for odd or
Odd.
Yes, and rest, now y2 is appearing here. See, I will mark it in red. Then y2 is appearing here. How many times y2 is appearing?
2 times.
Times. How many times y4 is appearing?
2 times.
Again y6 होगा, फिर next में y6 आएगा ना पक्का शुरू में.
Yes, ma'am.
और इसके पहले भी yn minus 2 होगा. n is even, n minus 2 is also even. Okay. So how many times even ordinates are appearing?
2 times.
Times. Plus 2 times y2 plus y4 plus y6 plus up to कहाँ तक जाना चाहिए मैंने?
Yn minus 2.
N minus 2.
Yn minus 2. And this is what is called as composite Simpson's 1/3 rule. Okay. So in every rule, the extreme ordinates will appear only once. In trapezoidal also we had this bracket, y0 plus yn, if you remember. In trapezoidal we had h by 2 outside the bracket. Now in some Simpsons we have h by 3, and that's why the name is Simpsons 1/3 rule. Do you understand it? Coefficient of h is 1 by 3, and that's why the name is Simpsons 1/3 rule. So you have to logically remember this when we say Simpsons 1/3 rule, that 1/3 must appear with h. So what is the condition on n now? Every time we are considering 3 points or 2 intervals. Every time 2 intervals. So how should be n? What is the condition on n? As you are taking 2 intervals every time, n must be even in number. Do you understand it? Girls, have you written the formula? So write.
Yes, ma'am.
So Simpsons 1/3 rule is applicable only when n, that is equal to number of subintervals, is an even number. Okay, if you have 4 intervals, 6 intervals, 8 intervals, then only you can apply Simpsons 1/3 rule. For odd number of intervals like 3, 5, 7, 9, etc., you cannot apply Simpsons 1/3 rule, because see, the reason is very simple. Every time you are considering two, so 2, 2 and 2. Okay, so you should have even number of subintervals. Is that clear? The derivation is clear to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Now only Simpsons 1/3 rule derivation can be asked for 5 marks. And general quadrature formula plus Simpsons can be asked for 8 marks derivation. Okay, or derivation plus problem, numerical problem, can be asked for 8 marks. Okay, so, and of course I told you that this chapter is very important for your practicals also. We are going to perform all 3 programs using Scilab. Okay, for all the 3 rules. So in the next lecture, okay, tomorrow, girls, I'm going to take all the 3 lectures. We stop here with the trapezoid, with the Simpsons 1/3 rule. In the next lecture, we will solve the problems based on Simpsons 1/3 rule.